I can be a better leader than they are. So Leo signs, you guys are maybe considering running for office. So you got the King of Wands and the Moon. That is a leadership position, and there's a choice involved there. So either you're thinking about applying for a higher job where you're a leader in your career field, or you're applying, or you're thinking about just moving towards that sort of career track where you are kind of in a leadership position where you have a leadership role to fulfill, the King of Wands, and you just think you can do a lot better than everyone else. The Sun with the Wheel of Fortune, you could turn things around. If you were the person in charge, you feel like you could turn things around. And then looking down here, from the Five of Wands and the Seven of Wands, it's almost like you're actually used to having a shitty work situation. You're used to things not working right. Wherever, if we're talking about on a society level, it's like, yeah, things not working right politically. Okay, that's valid. You're used to that, and you're thinking, I can do better. If this is a work situation, and maybe your work situation sucks because the Five of Wands, there's a lot of conflict, a lot of fights, a lot of struggle, and you're thinking, I can do a better job there. So wherever this is, you're thinking you can do a better job than the other person who's leading. And the Devil, you actually think that the person who currently leads is crap, is the devil, is nothing but power. They just want power. They don't want to make things better. They just want to stay in power without having the skills or having the intention or a good intention or having a true purpose behind it. So you guys think that you have that and they don't. Let's see what we get out of the Oracle cards. Leo? Anything else for Leo? All right, so with the number 2 in Honey, and then the 6 with the ear is down here if you can't see it, the cards are telling me that other people like you better too. It's like, if it's your workplace, the employees like you better, and maybe they're even telling you that you should apply for the position because you do a better job. You have a lot of support from people. Maybe it's even one person because it's the number 2 and not the 3, but you have support from at least one person, and they keep telling you, like, or at least encouraging you in some fashion, saying you can do this, you can do better, you should stop what you're doing, the skull and crossbones, and maybe take steps towards doing this thing that is actually going to create a better work environment, create a better world, if you're the person in charge. Let's pull some advice. Leo. Wow. Okay, so we had the Star card come out first by itself, which in itself is pretty rare. That is saying that's fate. That's pure fate. It's fated, perhaps, for you to go ahead and try to fulfill this leadership position, to be the leader. Maybe you're meant to be president. Maybe that's in the cards for you. But whatever leadership position, it's like you're fated to have it, but you're also not ready, because I don't think you have the self-confidence, or you haven't quite realized that it's your purpose or it's for you. We have the Queen of Cups, that's a lot of consideration. And then we have the Hermit reverse, that is like a lack of self-knowing. That is actually needing to sit with yourself and kind of like think and figure out, both of these cards, if this is for you. Because also with the Hierophant here, this isn't something that's easy. This is like a lifelong career. The Hierophant is like a doctor figure. It is like something that takes a while to learn, because there's a dogma, a doctrine. There is a lot of learning involved with anything that has to do with the Hierophant. So it's like, there's usually a lot of education involved, or preparation involved for this function. And so maybe that's part of the reason why you're like, how would I even apply for this job? I don't have a business degree. Maybe you would need to get a business degree, right? So there's still a lot of consideration and a lot of elements to consider, and a lot of little pieces with the Hermit, a lot of details to consider, because this would actually be probably a long-term investment. It would probably change your title, or this leadership position would most certainly change your title. You would be the boss, you would be the president, you would be the VP of the company, right? Whatever it is, and that does come with, I think, a lot of learning and like a whole career track. Let's pull advice from the, have advice for Leo. Leo? Any advice for Leo? All right, so the advice is you don't necessarily have to rush. This position's going to be there. This idea will be there when you decide that it's right for you. The Wall is saying, there's no rush. You can sit with it. You can take time to analyze the situation before you head down what's going to be maybe a years-long career path, right? We've got the Foot and the and the path here. That's what that's saying. It's like it's going to take you down a path, a long ass path. And then with the queen here, you got to be sure that this is for you. We've got the princess to the queen. So it's like you got to make sure that this is what you want to be when you grow up. That's the level of decision that we're talking about with the princess to the queen here. And that's why you got to take time to sit with it. What do I want to be when I grow up? Do I want to be this leadership? Do I want to be a doctor? Do I want to be the president? And you got to sit with that because it's a long ass trajectory that you're considering starting off on. All right, Leos, that's going to be your reading. Thank you for being here. If you want to see more of these videos, don't forget to follow the channel.